Just a day or two ago, MrRoffleWaffles released a video titled The 10 Stages of Every Zombies Player. It's a decent video, but there's one problem. TTZach123 already made this video a year before, so what's going on? MrRoffleWaffles was playing Apex Legends when his chat started to call him out for plagiarizing TTZach. So he released a nearly 2-hour long explanation as to why the videos are similar. But you might not want to watch the whole thing, so let me simplify it for you. Milo uses 3 main points to defend himself. In an effort to prove that he isn't copying TTZach, Milo explains that he's actually copying someone named Shadow Destiny, who's actually copying someone named Hamaji Neo.
So as you can see, Shadow Destiny, 2 years ago, before Zach ever made the format, is posting 10 stages of every Titan main, every Destiny 2 player, every Hunter main, and it's the split face.
So as you can see, the popular kid didn't copy off the nerd, which never happens. All of my friends in high school promised they liked me for me, but he did copy out of the textbook that the nerd studied from. Even, in this case, having a long document with timestamps showing him and his editors working on the script with seemingly no knowledge of TTZach, but showing it is based off of Shadow Destiny instead.
We go through, and also, just to be clear, again, use your critical thinking here, guys. If this script was all stolen, I wouldn't have a rational explanation for why everything is ordered the way that it is. I would have had to, write 20 pages of script before this video when I've streamed Apex Legends for 9 hours today. I would have had to write 20 pages of script just to pretend that I didn't copy Zach. I would have had to cut out any mentions of Zach that we hadn't hit with. They don't exist. I would have had to jump through so many more hoops of extra work for this to be a Zach video. It's just, it doesn't make sense.
Both videos do cover the same topic, but as Milo shows, they each take wildly different approaches. While Milo's video is pretty deliberately vague in an effort to make the video relatable to future games, he does prioritize modern zombies, especially Black Ops 6, in order to make his point topical. TTZach, in his video, focuses heavily on old zombies, primarily Black Ops 1. In a way to drum up nostalgia for older zombies players instead of appealing to a newer audience that are still in the early stages of the 10 mentioned in his video.
Stage 1 starts the journey of a fresh Call of Duty Zombies player.
Yep.
Stage 1 players are usually attempting their first...
Okay, straight away, I would not be starting this with Black Ops 1 here. I thought it was really important not to start there because as soon as you do Black Ops 1 in the menu, in my view, you alienate people. And so if he's gonna be talking about BO1 stuff here, that is a categorical choice that we don't want to do that in my view. But let's oh.
This is a strong point to be made as Milo dips into his Mr. T Lexify bag and live reacts to the TTZach video. But unlike Mr. T Lexify, he actually offers some interesting comments.
Courtyard from World of War.
Yes,
this might be a hot
classic.
take with me putting it above Castle and Dome, the fan favorites from World of War.
True.
But it was my...
In an interesting power move, Milo points out that his thumbnail is awesome and probably better than you can do. So, MrRoffleWaffles, I accept your challenge. Perfect. Despite how beautiful my rendition came out, what I learned the hard way in this process is the same point Milo makes, which is there's not a lot of good images that can be used from Zombies Media to duet in the thumbnail in the way that the format he used demands. While his thumbnail is higher quality than TTZach's, they ultimately have the same thought process, and without knowing why they look so similar, it's easy to quickly assume fault, but it's honestly a coincidence, as front-facing photos of Richtofen, who is probably the most recognizable face in zombies, are few and far between. To me, this is enough evidence to prove MrRoffleWaffles put in a hell of a lot of effort to get the same outcome as someone else did a year before him. But that's how it goes sometimes, and while people were right to be suspicious, a zombies legend like MrRoffleWaffles deserves at least the chance to explain himself. So now that he has, I hope people can be mature enough to apologize, but then again, this is the zombies community we're talking about here. Please subscribe.